Did you know that a $100 investment in Bitcoin in 2010 could be worth over $50 million today? Yeah, that's right.
Damn!
Hard to believe, isn't it? But what exactly is Bitcoin? Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of Bitcoin, what it is, why it exists, and whether your friend that never shuts up about it is onto something or just caught up in another internet fad. Whether you're exploring crypto for the first time or you're a die-hard enthusiast, this will break Bitcoin down for you. At its core, Bitcoin is digital money. But unlike the dollars in your bank account, it isn't controlled by governments or banks. It's decentralized, which is a fancy way of saying it's controlled by, well, nobody and everybody at the same time. Think of traditional currency like a company where the CEO, known as the bank, makes all the decisions and employees follow. Bitcoin, however, is like a cooperative startup where everyone has a say, shares the profits, and works together without a single boss, and somehow nobody procrastinates.
Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate.
We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%.
Bitcoin was born in 2009 when someone or a group of people using the name Satoshi Nakamoto released a revolutionary white paper. After the 2008 financial crisis, people weren't exactly thrilled with how banks and governments handled money. Satoshi thought, what if we created money that doesn't need these middlemen? And he nailed it. So what makes Bitcoin different from the digital dollars in your bank app? 3 things. It's decentralized. No single authority controls it. It uses cryptography. Super complex math problems protect and verify it. It has a fixed supply. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. Think of it like this. Traditional money is like sending something through postal service. It takes time, goes through multiple checkpoints, and could even be delayed or intercepted. But Bitcoin? Bitcoin is like email. It goes straight to the recipient instantly, with no middleman holding things up. No stamps, no waiting, just direct peer-to-peer transactions. Now for the million-dollar question, how does Bitcoin actually work? Bitcoin operates on something called a blockchain, which is essentially a digital ledger. We'll dive into blockchain technology in a future video, but for now, just think of it as a special type of database that keeps track of every Bitcoin transaction ever made. Let me break down how Bitcoin works with something we all understand: pizza. In fact, the first real-world Bitcoin purchase was actually for pizza back in 2010. Someone paid 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas, which would be worth millions today.
What?
Can you believe it? Let's say you want to buy a pizza with Bitcoin. Here's what happens. You announce to the Bitcoin network, hey, I want to send 0.002 Bitcoin to Pizza Palace. Special participants in the network, called miners, verify that you actually have that Bitcoin to spend. These miners compete to solve complex math problems. It's like a digital treasure hunt. The winner records your pizza transaction in the Bitcoin ledger. Your Bitcoin payment is locked in forever. And finally, Pizza Palace sees the confirmed payment and sends you that delicious piece of food. But there's one thing still up for debate. Does pineapple belong on pizza, or is that a hard fork you just can't accept? You might be wondering, where do new Bitcoins come from? This is where Bitcoin mining comes in. Bitcoin mining serves 2 purposes: creating new Bitcoin and verifying transactions. Miners use powerful computers to solve complex puzzles. Think of it like this. They're trying to guess a very long password, and whoever guesses first gets rewarded with brand new Bitcoin. This process is intentionally difficult and gets harder over time. The system automatically adjusts so that new Bitcoin are created at a predictable rate, regardless of how many miners join or how powerful their computers become. But here's the kicker. The Bitcoin system is designed so that the reward for mining gets cut in half approximately every 4 years, in what's called a halving event. And there's a hard cap. Only 21 million Bitcoin will ever exist. We've already mined about 19 million of them, with the last Bitcoin expected to be mined around the year 2140. This limited supply is one of Bitcoin's most important features. Unlike government currencies that can be printed in unlimited quantities, potentially leading to inflation, Bitcoin has scarcity built into its code. To use Bitcoin, you need a digital wallet, basically a software program that stores your Bitcoin and lets you send or receive it. Your wallet doesn't actually store the Bitcoin itself. It stores special codes called keys that prove ownership of your Bitcoin on the ledger. There are 2 important keys: your public key, like your email address, which you can share, and your private key, like your password, which you must keep secret. If someone gets your private key, they can steal your Bitcoin. That's why you'll hear people say, not your keys, not your coins. So why should you care about Bitcoin? Is it just internet money for tech nerds? Like a VIP club where the entry fee is knowing what HODL means and arguing about GPU prices? Bitcoin represents a fundamental shift in how we think about money and who controls it. For the first time in modern history, we have a form of money that isn't controlled by governments or banks. This matters for several reasons. For people living in countries with unstable currencies or corrupt financial systems, Bitcoin can be a lifeline. When your local currency is losing value by the day due to hyperinflation, Bitcoin might actually be more stable. For the approximately 1.7 billion adults worldwide without bank accounts, Bitcoin could provide financial services through just a mobile phone. Bitcoin also creates an interesting store of value. Some people call it digital gold because, like gold, it's hard money, meaning it's scarce, durable, and resistant to manipulation. It's also portable, divisible, and impossible to counterfeit. But unlike gold, you can send it across the world in minutes. No armored trucks or heavy vaults required. But I'll be honest with you, Bitcoin isn't all digital roses. It has its challenges, like price volatility and regulatory uncertainty. And while the energy debate was once a big concern, Bitcoin mining is now shifting towards renewable energy and wasted energy sources, making it more sustainable than ever. So, that argument? Pretty much outdated. Before you call your financial advisor or tell your parents to put their retirement fund in Bitcoin, let's clear up some common misconceptions. Bitcoin is completely anonymous and untraceable. While Bitcoin offers some privacy, all transactions are actually recorded on the public Bitcoin ledger. It's more like writing under a pseudonym than being completely anonymous. Law enforcement has gotten quite good at tracking Bitcoin transactions. Bitcoin is mainly used for illegal activities. While Bitcoin has been used in some illegal markets, the same is true for cash. Studies show that legitimate use far outweighs illegal activities. Most Bitcoin users are ordinary people, investors, or businesses exploring new technology. It's too late to get into Bitcoin. People have been saying this since Bitcoin was $10. While past performance doesn't guarantee future results, Bitcoin is still relatively young in its adoption cycle. It's less about timing the market and more about understanding the technology and its potential. Bitcoin has no real value. Value comes from utility and scarcity. Fiat currencies like the dollar have value because governments say they do, and we all agree. Bitcoin derives value from its utility and its scarcity. Some of the world's smartest investors and largest companies now hold Bitcoin as part of their treasury. So, what have we learned on our Bitcoin adventure? Bitcoin is digital money that operates independently of central authorities, using complex cryptography to secure and verify transactions. It's built on a technology called blockchain. It represents a potentially transformative technology that could reshape finance, though it comes with volatility, technical complexity, and regulatory uncertainty. Whether Bitcoin becomes the future of money or just a fascinating experiment, understanding it helps you navigate our increasingly digital world. This has been the Crypto Herd, where we break down complex crypto concepts into bite-sized pieces you can actually understand. If you enjoyed this explainer, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming video. Got questions or thoughts about Bitcoin? Drop them in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep your digital wallets secure.